Have you ever wondered, how does your supply chain stack up against the competition? This curiosity is where benchmarking steps in. Benchmarking, in the world of supply chains, is like a compass guiding a ship in the vast ocean of industry practices. It's the process of comparing your company's performance metrics to those of the industry leaders, or even best practices from different industries. Imagine you're running a race, but you don't know how fast your opponents are, or even the best time ever recorded for that race. That's where benchmarking comes in, giving you a reference point, a measure of where you stand. It's not just about comparison, though. Benchmarking is also a tool for improvement. It enables organizations to formulate plans on how to enhance their operations, adapt specific best practices, and ultimately increase performance. Benchmarking, in essence, is the practice of being humble enough to admit that someone else is better at something and wise enough to learn how to match and even surpass them. Now that we understand what benchmarking is, let's dive into why it's crucial for supply chain excellence. Benchmarking, at its core, is a tool for improvement. It's like holding up a mirror to your business operations and seeing where you stand in comparison to industry leaders. Benchmarking can illuminate areas that need enhancement within your supply chain. By comparing your processes and performance metrics to those of top-performing companies, you can identify gaps and formulate strategies to close them. But the perks of benchmarking don't stop at identifying areas for improvement. It's also a key driver for efficiency and performance enhancement. By implementing best practices gleaned from benchmarking, companies can streamline operations, reduce costs, and boost overall productivity. Moreover, in today's highly competitive market, benchmarking helps companies ensure they are operating at industry standards. It's a way of keeping your finger on the pulse of the market, staying abreast of new trends, and maintaining a competitive edge. Benchmarking is not about being the best, it's about being as good as the best, and aiming for continuous improvement. Let's unpack the key steps involved in the benchmarking process. To kickstart this journey, first, identify the problem areas in your supply chain. These are the aspects that need improvement. Next, select the best practices from industry leaders. This doesn't mean copying their entire process, but rather cherry-picking the strategies that align with your company's values and goals. Once you have a clear idea of what you're aiming for, it's time to collect data. This could involve surveys, interviews, or studying public documents. Analyze this data to understand what makes the best practices excel. Now, the fun part begins. Implement changes in your supply chain based on your findings. This could be a gradual process, but remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Lastly, don't forget to regularly review and update your benchmarks. The business world is constantly evolving, and so should your benchmarks. Remember, the goal of benchmarking is not to replicate another company's process, but to learn from it and adapt it to your own unique circumstances. In a rapidly evolving business world, how does the future of benchmarking look like? Well, it's an exciting journey ahead. As we step into the future, benchmarking and supply chains will increasingly lean on technology and data analytics. Imagine a world where advanced algorithms and artificial intelligence can analyze and benchmark your supply chain performance in real time. That's not a far-off reality, but the coming norm. The use of technology will allow for more efficient and precise benchmarking, helping businesses identify areas for improvement and innovation. Moreover, the evolving consumer demands and environmental concerns are set to reshape benchmarking practices. As consumers become more conscious about environmental sustainability, businesses will need to benchmark their green initiatives and sustainability practices. It's a race to the top, and benchmarking will be the guiding star. As we move forward, the use of benchmarking in supply chains will only become more critical. It's not just about keeping up anymore, it's about staying ahead.